our cricket hero is about to take over a different stage, and it looks like he'll be hotter than a New Delhi curry. James Thomas reports from India on Bollywood's newest star.
It's such a different yet beautiful country. It's just totally different to where I grew up in Australia. The people are so different, yet they're so kind and they just want to give you everything. They're just so helpful. And even if they can't do something, they'll go out of their way to try and do it. To me, it was just like falling in love with the country.
Brett Lee loves India.
Thanks, guys.
India loves Brett Lee.
What do you know him for?
Well, for his bowling, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
And for his looks as well.
Brett, you're bigger in India than you are in Australia.
I don't know about that, but it's...
I do.
Well, actually, probably, yeah.
Lee's modesty makes him reluctant to talk about life as an idol, but it's plain for all to see that cricketers are big news over here.
Well, if you imagine in your wildest dreams that to be an Indian cricketer or a superstar and how popular that you'd be in this particular country, times it by 1 billion, and then you've got your Indian cricketer. It's just, there's people everywhere that worship the Indian cricketers. It's just the way of life.
Lee is not only famous as a paceman. In India, his star is rising in another arena. Brett Lee, the bowler, is making a move on Bollywood.
I know I'm different, I'm not from here, I'm just another guy. With blonde hair though, it's hard to hide, I think I caught your eye.
I've always been saying that I'd love to do a song over here. Cutting a long story short, the opportunity came up.
What? And what an opportunity. His duet partner happens to be one of India's most enduring stars, 73-year-old Asha Bhosle.
Well, imagine going over to America and walk into the office and saying that I'd like to do a song with Aretha Franklin.
Please give me one chance.
Within weeks, the duo had rocketed to the top of the charts.
About a week later, I said, yeah, it's gone to #1.
Hard to get away. It's time I went away. But hold your breath, I don't give up. I'm back again in May.
Are you any good? I try. I enjoy it. Look, I've been playing guitar since I was early 20s, but to me, it's a love, and I think if you love something, you know, you're eventually going to get better and better at it.
Can you tell a girl you don't know that you're the one for me?
For his first effort, it's been a fairy tale ride, and the dream just got sweeter.
I think he's going to be very successful because everyone wants to see how does he look as an actor.
Ready? And action!
You heard correctly. The cricketer is now trying his hand at acting in a Bollywood film.
On the pitch, we have already seen him as one of the biggest stars. I think with victory, he is going to be one of the biggest stars on cinema. And I'm sure about it.
Bollywood director Ajit Pal cast Lee in his film Victory. Conveniently for Brett, it's about cricket.
He's not just on the pitch, he's also outside the pitch. So you really get to see his acting abilities and him other than being just a plain cricketer. I think he's going to be appreciated.
Now, what about his move into Bollywood? Have you heard about that?
Yes, I have.
What do you think?
Interesting.
Do you think he's going to be famous in Bollywood?
100% sure.
Singing Hindi, Brett has the first requirement for fame in Indian cinema. But to be Bollywood's leading man, he must master many talents. Yes, you must sing well, but you must also dance. Romance will be your bread and butter, and damsels in distress will be saved in every film you make. You'll conquer villains almost as often as you save damsels. But occasionally, you'll die. And if you're to be a success in Bollywood, your death scene will always be larger than life.
To comprehend what it means to be a Bollywood star, you need to understand the enormity of the industry here. Every single year, more than 1,000 Bollywood films are made. That makes India the largest producers of film in the world. Now, every single day, more than 15 million people file into their local cinema to catch a Bollywood flick. Unbelievable.
How important are films to Indians?
Absolutely, like cricket. Cricket and cinema, I think, are the two of the biggest religions in this country. I don't think the other religions even matter.
In a country mired in poverty, people need dreams and aspirations. For many Indians, Bollywood is escapism, a chance to briefly forget an often cruel reality.
It doesn't matter who you are. You're a Hindu, you're a Muslim, you're a Sikh, you're whatever. When you go to watch cinema, it doesn't really matter who you are.
If cinema and cricket are the primary sources of worship in this country, Brett Lee is on his way to being a god, or at least a very big star.
Star's a big word. I've appeared in a Bollywood movie. I will do, so we'll leave it at that.
Lee remains modest, but watch the response he receives on the street and you know that anything he puts his name to is going to sell. His long-term sponsor, Sanitarium, flew me over to do this story. They won't comment on what they pay him, but they are getting serious bang for their buck with his newfound exposure. In addition to sponsors, there's match fees. Lee was reportedly paid $900,000 to play in the Indian Premier League. And if his career as a movie star takes off, he stands to earn big money. Bollywood's salaries are now competing with those in Hollywood.
Suddenly everything has changed. A star who used to get an X amount is now demanding an X plus 30.
But some fans suggest Lee should stick to what he knows best.
No, Brett Lee should play only cricket because I think his mind will be diverted from the cricket if he gets into Bollywood.
Well, have you missed your calling then? Do you think maybe you'd enjoy Bollywood more than cricket?
I think I've definitely made the right call in cricket. Cricket, I mean, you always put family aside. Family's always first, but to me, cricket always comes first.
That may well be the case. For now, that is.
I would just say that all Australians are going to be proud of the kind of response that Brett has got here. And they should be proud of the fact that they have just watched him as a cricketer, but now he might become a world star.
Asha ji, I'll be yours forever.
Oh, really?